Hi everyone, my name is Alexa, and I would like to begin by telling you all a story. So, up until a few years ago, I was set on being a politician. I was going to be the world's greatest politician, actually. I just knew it, and I thought that being a politician was the way that you affected change. And in a lot of ways, it is, but I realized that a lot of times change is prompted by special interests and lobbying and political action groups. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But what I did find disheartening was that there weren't enough groups lobbying and promoting and ensuring the communication of the issues for the people. Now, specifically, I've always been passionate about poverty because as a woman of color, I've seen that a lot of times poverty is an issue that disproportionately affects people of color. So naturally, this issue was important for me. And I began to kind of research and figure out, okay, what organizations work for this cause? And that's when I came across my current organization called ONE. At ONE, our sole purpose is to eradicate poverty. We believe that it can be done. I've always been told that poverty is something that is systematic, and it is. It's very much systematic, which is why we at ONE have done a lot of research. For 14 years, we have looked into what causes poverty. Why is it even an issue still after thousands of years of it being here and people working to get rid of it? And so we've narrowed it down to 10 different things. Now, I'll give you an idea of what some of those things are. They consist of lack of education, poor early childhood development and maternal care, poor infrastructure and community programs. These are just a few, but all of these issues work to promote poverty. And so we at ONE fundraise. We are funded by people like you and different companies who believe in our efforts. And we take that money and we promote the issues. So we don't necessarily give clothing to the needy or build a school in an impoverished area. We promote the issues with our money. So what does that mean? We work with two different groups, politicians and the people. We work with politicians because, as I said before, poverty is systematic. We can't eradicate poverty in a system that promotes it. And so a lot of times what we found is that politicians don't understand how different laws actually promote poverty. So we look at these laws, we look at bills that are on the table, and we look at them in the scope of the 10 different elements that we have found that promote poverty. We then go back to the politician with a recommendation in our opinion and say, hey, actually this bill might look good for X, Y, and Z, but for poverty, it actually looks pretty bad because of this reason or that reason and this reason. And so we're able to really educate the politicians on the issues and how different laws and bills work to promote poverty. And we found that to be very important because so often politicians are educated and briefed on everything else when it comes to special interests. Why not poverty? So the second group we work with is the general public, people like you. We know that change does not occur if people don't know what's going on. We can't expect for people to take stances and work to eradicate poverty with us if they don't understand it. And so many of us have the privilege of not having to understand or care about poverty because we don't live in it. But we want to change that. And so through our different marketing efforts, advocacy groups, as well as outreach efforts to the general public, we are able to educate people on the issues. And we're able to expose them to exactly what poverty is and why it's here and how you can make a difference. So by working with these two groups, the general public and politicians, we're working to get rid of a systematic oppression of people. We're working to eradicate poverty. And we're confident that we can do so by the year 2030 because we've done the research, we've done the work, and now it's just about making it happen. Thank you.